Hello, welcome back to my channel, Firzj here. Season 26 is finally coming to the end, and in this short video I'll try to share with you my thoughts about the most recent seasonal theme and briefly explain from the point of veteran player why this season 26 was actually bad. Also, if you'd like to know more about this game and if you haven't seen my Diablo 3 10k hours review yet, please go check it out. Alright, let's get started. I was really excited for the first time to get back to this game and actively play Season 25 with the Soul Shards, which could insanely shift the meta and revive many outdated builds. And for Season 26 my expectations were kinda high after that, and it was clear from the announcement that Season 26 is not going to last long for me for a few reasons. As usual, at first I made a new character, got some gear, played few GRs, rifts, bounties and did other typical Diablo stuff, but I was questioning myself, where is this theme? When am I going to see this new game changer activity? Well, eventually I found few petrified screams to open Echoing Nightmares portal, and to be honest it was actually fun for the first few runs. But here comes the first reason why this theme was a disappointment to me. Trials, which is now called Echoing Nightmares. This is basically a reworked realm of Trials from 2014, but the devs decided to mix this activity with 4 pylons, spawn additional mob times with different modifiers, and also add random bosses with special effects to make it more intense. Sounds fun, but the problem here is that this activity is separate from the rest of the game, and finding new petrified screams can take up a few GR runs. This theme doesn't interact with other elements like Soul Shards did. Players can literally ignore this activity and run the usual stuff like they are basically playing non-season. Reason number 2, rewards and repetitiveness. Previous seasons could at least offer players new builds, playstyles and unique stats to make them engaged. Here instead, this activity has literally just a few new lines of code and it doesn't provide any benefit to the normal game flow. All that is left here is to play GRs to find petrified screams and then clear as many waves as you can. Taking into consideration the fact that there are no leaderboards for this mode, there are no generous rewards except for one legendary gem which is solely for gear augments. The XP reward is kept beyond wave 150 plus, so there is no reason to push harder, and arenas have almost identical layout with the same special effects like explosions and meteors. This is clearly unrewarding and not very engaging after a few runs in my opinion. At least players can now easily get a spare 125 gem to augment their gear instead of running a minimum of 25 greater rifts with empowerment. And the final nail in the coffin was the 10th year celebration that made this Echoing Nightmares as the permanent feature. This certainly sounds great because Diablo 3 desperately needs more content and different activities, but it was a mistake to create an entire season relying only on this activity. This whole theme after that announcement has completely lost its meaning, except for pushing leaderboards against unfair 24/7 players. Not exactly sure why would anyone now play this activity if it is going to be available in the next upcoming seasons and non-season. I believe many new players will still love this new season and the content in general because they haven't touched the previous themes, and I don't blame them at all. I'm just saying that season 26 is way behind the previous themes in the matter of quality or features. In my opinion, Blizzard just killed the whole purpose of the current season because this theme doesn't bring anything new for the builds, it is quite repetitive, and now it is going to be as part of the whole game, just as it happened with Eminent followers. So what are your thoughts about season 26, the fall of the Nephilim? Were you enjoying this season? Are you still playing this theme, or are you looking forward to the next season? I'd like to know what you think about it. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe if you wish to support my content. Stay tuned for more videos. Have a nice day and stay safe.